Hello, my beautiful Pisces. This is V with Pharaoh's Tarot, and I'm here with your weekly elemental water game reading. Thank you so much for being here today. I really appreciate y'all. Thank you for all of your energy, your comments, your likes, everything, the readings. So thankful for y'all, okay? So your cards are pulled. Before we get started, we will never reach out to you for personal readings or donations. If you would like to book a personal reading or give a donation, all that information is in the description box below, okay? Remember, our summer sale is still happening. 30% off all tarot readings. Just visit the link in the description box, www.PharaohsTarot.com. Select which reading you would like. The coupon is already applied, so just head to the checkout. Okay, let's tap in, Pisces. Okay, we got the Ace of Swords with the Emperor and the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, you made like a executive decision, okay? You knew whatever decision you made was going to affect more than just you. You're very wise with this Emperor energy. You sit in your power and you wait until you have clarity from the divine. Very spiritually mature. And as a result of that, the divine bless you with a new start, okay? Maybe a new awareness. Maybe a new idea that will be lucrative. Maybe some of y'all have gotten like a new spiritual download drop that's going to enhance your spiritual abilities or something like that. But all in all, you're ready to move forward because you balance out your masculine and your feminine. And you're able to be generous at this time. You're able to give. You're able to invest. It could be like the energy of, okay, like somebody helped, or you worked hard and somebody reached out and put you on, so now you're about to be putting other people on. It's like the divine can trust you with blessings. They can trust that in your hands, you're not going to hoard it. You're going to release it. You're going to let it go. You're going to do your due diligence and make sure you're planting in fertile soil. But whatever you get, you're going to allocate the funds. You're going to allocate the love, allocate whatever resources fairly. And so we have the everything is fine with the Six of Cups, with the Knight of Cups, with the Eight of Swords. So you're really overanalyzing the situation, Pisces. You know, you have that gorgeous imagination, and you can imagine the best things and you can imagine the worst things. And right now, fear is playing a part in maybe giving some sort of emotional support. Some sort of, it could even be to yourself. But I'm getting like maybe someone from the past, or a parent, or something requires forgiveness, and maybe you're just not willing to either forgive someone or allow yourself to ask for forgiveness. You're kind of like self-sabotaging it. Every time you get the idea to move on it with this Knight of Pentacles, you're like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna like ask this person out, or I'm going to apologize to so and so, or I'm gonna invest, like I'm going to take a step of faith and move into a profession that I'm really passionate about. Every time you make that decision, and boom, the sword's coming in. But what if this happen? What if that happen? Nah. Okay, and Eight of Swords is a rough place to be. Because you stop the blessing before it happens. It's like, the Nine of Swords is like anxiety, and you like tossing and turning, and it's like you kind of move past it because you kind of in almost like a regretful, fearful energy. But the Eight of Swords is like you still have a chance. With the Nine of Swords you do too, but I'm giving like, it's like you still have an opportunity to see this clearly, because the blindfold is on and you're tied up. So the Nine of Swords, there's no blindfold, there's nothing. So now whatever you started ruminating about in this Eight of Swords is taking root in your mind. So now even with your clear eyes, you're still only seeing disaster and illusions. But right here, you still have a chance to catch it. You still have a chance to nip it in the bud. You still have a chance to get that fear up out of you. So maybe it's time to pull back. Really maybe do some free writing, journaling. It's like when you're not thinking about punctuation, you're not thinking about spelling, uppercase, lowercase, you just literally writing your feelings out. It doesn't have to be completely coherent, you just getting it out on the paper. Okay, Justice. Okay, the divine is going to bring in balance to a situation. They're going to put you in the energy of this, or you're moving into this energy. Could have Libra in your chart. Clearing out the feet, like they're wearing white shoes. So it's like cleansing, purifying. Maybe your root chakra. Maybe literally your feet. You know, we have so many nerve endings in our feet that connects to all our organs. So a foot massage is does wonders for your body, especially someone who knows the proper placement, like a professional. I'm seeing like acupuncture, like some sort of like Eastern medicine, something like that. I mean, I'm hearing Chinese, but I don't know if it's just Chinese or whatever. I just know it's Eastern. They do like those foot detoxes too, that pull the toxins out of your body. Something like that. Okay, so you have the Page of Cups with the Queen of Wands. Yeah. Giving this part of yourself away or giving to yourself is going to extremely boost your confidence. So this is like a little thing goes a long way. It's like you need love too. Maybe you don't show it. Maybe people just see you as having it all together and you attract so much love and so much light and so much adoration and you're so independent. They don't see that you need love too. Or they don't see like the little girl or the little boy or the little them inside of you that wants to be acknowledged, wants to be loved, wants to be cared for, wants to be protected. And so the way to attract that externally is start doing it for yourself. Start doing it for yourself, Pisces. You start acknowledging how you feel around people and situations and removing yourself. Okay? Not imagining something better, but saying, hey, I don't like the way this feels. This isn't a place for me. Maybe even something as simple as doing the things you like to do when you're a kid. Like say you like to color. Order your coloring book. Order you some crayons. Okay? It could be in your own home if you feel kind of weird. It's fine. Just do that. Okay? Maybe you could just do it in the, go out to the park. You know? Color in the park or something. Maybe there's like a book series you used to like enjoy. Get that book series. It doesn't matter how elementary it is or how, you know, rudimentary it is or whatever. It's just like do things that honors your inner child. Some of y'all like toy cars. You know, either get a toy car or go to like a monster truck show. Okay? Those are fun and exciting and they may like light that inner fire of like, you know, when you were a kid and, you know, and it'll start to make you feel love for yourself. And because that inner child is always going to be there. Okay? That's the core of everything. Core of a lot of our subconscious that we operate from is what we experienced when we were a child and our first perceptions, our first interactions with our outside world. Okay, keep in mind you're a spirit having a human experience, and so when you're young, your brain is like calibrating and gathering information on who is this being, how are things done here, and so when you're given certain software, okay, for this hardware. And that's the software that you're still carrying. So you may be carrying childhood wounded software or something like that. And so you want to love yourself through this process. Okay, you're very unique. You may have like different things. Maybe some like, things that aren't like socially seen as beautiful. You could have like skin, like something with your skin or something with certain features. But if I want you to love yourself through all that certain hair, like before this whole movement of loving your natural hair, specifically for African Americans, specifically for those of us in the diaspora or even worldwide. You know, growing up, I always had to have a perm, like in order for me to even feel attractive. You know what I mean? So I had perms very, very young, and so I like this is like my hair now. It's like a statement of like self-love, and I'm loving who I am. And so maybe something like that. Maybe you're transitioning into like more of a natural hairstyle. And it's not to hate on the lace girlies. Y'all look good. Y'all are some baddies. But that's just an example from my life. So it's something like that. You're trying to change a part of yourself that's an integral part of who you are and what makes you stand out and put you in this energy. You're probably trying to change something that people really love about you. You know, you're thinking it's like a weakness and that's one of the things that they really like. If it's a partner, that's something, little quirky thing that you do that they really love. Okay, so Was there for a little minute. Let's move on. Judgment with the Four of Pentacles with the Ten of Cups. Okay, yeah. Even with all of that, you're still holding on to the idea of love, okay, which is a beautiful thing. You're still holding on to the idea that people can be good, people can be good for you. You can find a partner. For those of y'all who are looking for partners, you can attract that partnership. You can, if it's business, you can find your niche. You can be happy in your job or whatever it is. Like, and this is like the divine and your ancestors. This is a transformational period of realizing that you can accomplish what it is that you do. So it could be definitely associated with work or building financial stability. So maybe this was a generational curse that you broke. Learning that your passions could make you money. And you're living proof of that. This is also investing back into the community. Saving so that you can do those things. So maybe some of y'all are kind of like overspending a little bit. So, you know, just reel it back. You want to treat yourself, but you don't want to treat yourself to the point of becoming like financially sick. Okay. Okay, you got the Eight of Wands with the Sun card. Okay, so boom. You're getting a lot of doubt. Like, okay, this is your inner child. Happy, free, healed. Okay, this is that energy of you living out loud and inspire others just by being yourself, just by showing up. There's something different about you now. Okay, your light is shining internally as opposed to trying to get external validation. You can just like literally sit there and draw people in. Okay. Y'all passing, some of y'all have children, you're passing this knowledge and wisdom on to the younger generation. If you don't have children, nieces, nephews, maybe in a big brother, little brother program, maybe volunteering or something like that. But yeah, you're moving forward with love and happiness and peace. Some of y'all are actually getting out in the sun more, getting your vitamin D up with these sunflowers, maybe inviting more love into your life, into your space, clearing out your space. Getting more plants and greenery inside your space to remind you of life and to practically like purify the air. Okay, something like that. So we had a Knight of Pentacles with the Moon. Yeah, they want you to take your time. This process isn't overnight. Just like the trauma that you experienced didn't happen overnight, neither will the healing. But when you take one step at a time, you're on the path to a better version of yourself, not being like somebody else, on a better path, on a better version of yourself. And the moon, okay, the moon is illuminated by the sun. You got the sun and the moon. Okay, so honoring both of those. And it's in the Shaman Oracle deck, there's a card that kind of resonates with this, but it's like the moon, the sun shines and neither longs for the sunrise or fears or laments the sunset. So it's like, you know that timing has a place. Okay, they both shine equally, and you honor your sun phase and you honor your moon phase. You honor when you are vibrant and happy, and you honor the times when you're a bit more introspective. It's all a part of this journey of life. Okay. And with the Eight of Swords, you got that twice. So yeah, you don't, it's time to pull back from mental manipulation of yourself and allowing yourself to be mentally manipulated. It's time to walk away from the, you know, like this figure shutting the lion's mouth. You got something to say, okay? It's giving Andre 3000. The South got something to say. Okay, so maybe people didn't expect you to get as far as you did, or maybe you have imposter syndrome and feel like if you're in a boardroom or a business room, like you're just lucky to be there. Nah, Emperor, male or female, you earned a place at that spot. You earned a spot at that place. You walk in power wherever you are. Okay, some of y'all built your own tables. Okay, and so be the head. Be the head. Be the leader. Okay, everybody's opinion, you know, however you make it, everybody's opinion, if you put them on your team, is valid, but you are the head. You make the final decision. Don't allow people to come into your space trying to run you and tell you what you're supposed to be doing and how you're supposed to be doing it. It's not arrogance if you, I thought that was my little girl down there. It's not arrogance if you, are operating in integrity and honesty and truth. Okay, stand on business. Period. So you have the hang one here, yeah. So you're getting another perspective about how you're moving forward in your life, on the fears that have been controlling you subconsciously. It's highlighting 2 of the keys, and it's giving Hierophant. So maybe on relationships and how you saw those unfold as a child, and how you still carry over little nuggets and tidbits of that. And so you are restructuring and reframing your own mind, and upgrading the software, removing the viruses from your hardware, and uploading a new one of divinity, of divine birthright, of divine light, okay, of royalty. And so you have the strength with the Fool. You don't have to worry if you're going to be strong enough to take this new start. You absolutely are. Okay, you got the strength card twice. Embody that inner fire. Embody that Leo. Embody that energy that says, I will not stop, I will not quit, I've come this far. Okay, what does Eric Thomas ET say? He's like, you come too far, you might as well get a reward for the pain that you've been through. Why quit now? You're not gonna get rewarded for the pain. You might as well go ahead and keep moving. So get your reward, make this new start. And so you got the King of Wands with the Wheel of Fortune. You got a match out here. Okay. And so you're moving into a new cycle that you're going to be fruitful. You're going to attract a lot. You're going to, they're highlighted in the original deck. It's a Sphinx up here. So it's giving Chariot energy, Cancerian energy. Some of y'all have that in your chart. Or some of y'all are moving towards like emotional stability. Feeling safe, feeling at home in your own skin. Because you know a crab carries their home with them. So you're feeling at home with yourself. Not needing external validation. Starting your own business. Maybe some of y'all gonna be in the spotlight now. Now that you've healed, you're gonna put yourself out there a little more, whether it's dating or something. I can't help but I'm talking so gently to you because I just feel like y'all, that's the energy the divine is telling you. Be gentle with yourself. Like the same gentleness and love you give everybody else, get it to you. That's what your inner child want. Maybe some of y'all was like yelled at a lot as a kid, or just not really respected, and it's like, no, you didn't deserve that, okay? You didn't deserve it. But now you have the power. You grown up now. You can protect that little one, okay? And what's that quote? You have become the person that would have protected you as a child, okay? And so that's already a win right there. All right, y'all, so emotional. Yeah, some of y'all are going to have a release, you know, tears of joy, tears of gratitude, tears of thankfulness. It's going to be a cleansing time for you. Taming the wind. You're going that release is going to ease your mind. You're going to gather the reins. Okay, because on the Chariot, there are no physical reins. It's just like, one, so it's like just willpower. You and the divine working together, using your internal ability, using that internal manifestation. I'm pulling a card from the Shaman Oracle deck. In the meantime, like the video if you haven't already. Greatly appreciate it. Got the rainbow. Bam, girl. I'm about to say bam, girl, but whoever's watching, bam. Period. And you got the lower world on the bottom. This is the Lord on the bottom. It's like the scars show what you've been through. The scars show what you have survived. Okay, you may be hating your scars. You may be hating what you've gone through, but you don't know. When people see those scars, they're like, that's a soldier, right? That's a warrior. That's a fierce person. Okay, so love y'all scars. So maybe it could be like a physical scar practically for some of y'all, or you know, you be trying to hide it. Nah. Show that tummy, show them arms. Okay, put your face out there. You're beautiful. You survived. It doesn't matter where it is on your body. You survived that. It didn't take you out. And so, yeah, so some of y'all are telling y'all story, sharing y'all journey. And so with this rainbow, this heart, the storm is almost over. And at the end of that, and you move through it with love. Love is a primordial force. And so honor that love, okay? See love in things around you. 6, reciprocity. balance, home life, equal give and take. Okay, harmony. They're creating a harmonious space within you. So every storm isn't sent to destroy you or try and harm you, okay? It has to create space, the right atmosphere for this rainbow to happen. There's certain like atmospheric conditions that have to be just right for a rainbow to appear. And that includes rain, that includes wind and thunder, okay? Maybe a little lightning. Okay, maybe some of y'all Orishas are like Shango or Oya, so tap in with that. Maybe Oya can help you with the marketplace energy. Yeah, but this is beautiful. You're on the pathway to love, and you're going to learn that you've always been the pathway to love. You've always been connected to the source of love that lives in you, that you are, okay? It's like you're not a single drop of the ocean. You're the ocean in a drop. Okay, it's different than being a mosaic where little pieces come together to make a puzzle. It's the term escapes me now, but it's like every piece contains a part of the whole. Okay, so you're not just like a little remnant. You are everything. And so you're getting like a bigger awareness of who you are, and it's going to cut through all those illusions. So just stay the course, continue to ride this wheel of fortune, and take this next step. Take this next step. The divine is with you. You're never alone. Spend more time with them in the AM and PM, even if it's just 15 minutes. Silent prayer, meditation. Create a safe space for yourself. I really like making a little tea. Slow start to the morning or to the AM. Lighting the incense, candles. Just breathe, okay? You may sit there for a minute before you even start saying words of thanks. I suggest you always start with gratitude, even if your day just started and maybe some intrusive thought came in. Always start with gratitude. Okay, always start with say you first wake up like, oh man, this bed is so comfortable. I'm so thankful to have a roof over my head. Oh man, I'm so thankful I woke up from my sleep, because I know many people did not today. So you starting with that, boom. Okay, you're already on the path of attracting more positivity, of letting that heart chakra be free to express, to expand, and to receive. Okay, but I'm gonna keep rambling on. Hopefully this was helpful, y'all. Like the video, share it out, subscribe to the channel. We would love to have you here. We go live over on TikTok at PharaohsTarot. Tap in with us over there. We're trying to get the lives a little more, not only inclusive, but just interactive. The community is still growing, and it's growing steadily. So for that, I thank y'all so much. Be sure to take advantage of this 30% off summer sale. Appreciative of all the love, and y'all trusted me to read for y'all. And so, yeah, namaste.